welcome Quavo.
Lead the way. I'm about to lead the way. Follow me, lead the way. I'm trying to lead the way. Lead the way. I'm about to lead the way. I stood in the back, so don't need to never miss you no ways. Lead the way. I'm about to lead the way. I'm trying to lead the way. Follow me, lead the way.
How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? If y'all don't know me, I go by the name of Quavo. Born and raised in the north side of Atlanta, home of the Migos. This city has always been home to me, from playing in the streets and, nurturing me and teaching me how to be the man I am standing before you. So, one of these issues that I care about is resolving the gun violence issue. And you can't understand the struggles of gun violence if you're not in the field or in the heart of it. So one thing I learned about working with Vice President Harris is she always stand on business. From inviting me, what's up, mama? From inviting me to the White House last year to discuss these solutions to passing the biggest gun safety laws to date. So it's only right in the birthplace of the culture. It's also the same place to launch the first African-American woman to run for president. Yeah, we changing the culture again. So if you never voted before, make sure you get out and vote right now, because it's the real one. And in the words of my brother Takeoff, let me get a come along. I'm gonna hand it over to Tyler Green. Let him talk about his vote and introduce the next president of the United States of America. Yes, sir!
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? All right. My name is Tyler Green, and I am so honored to be introducing the next President of the United States of America, Vice President Kamala Harris. Just a second. Listen. As a proud Morehouse man, I couldn't be more excited to welcome a fellow HBCU alum back to the beautiful city of Atlanta. I first met the Vice President at the White House last year, where I shared my story as a young black entrepreneur. I talked about the challenges that I faced, the importance of investing in entrepreneurs of color, how we can work together to fight the climate change crisis, and the positive impact that the Biden-Harris administration has had on my communities. And it means so much to me to see a vice president leading with the same values of excellence, leadership, and service that our institutions instilled in us. Vice President Harris has spent every day of her career fighting for working people just like me. From her service as a district attorney, attorney general, and the United States the Senate. Not yet. To her leadership as vice president, she has served and spent every day of her career serving and fighting for us, the people. To name just a few of these accomplishments, she's fought for historic investments into HBCUs, she's fought for student debt relief, she's fought for reproductive freedom, she's fought for entrepreneurs and climate leaders like me. And I know that when Georgia sends her to the White House again, she will continue to fight for us. There's so much at stake in this election. We know that we can't afford to let Donald Trump and J.D. Vance enact their extreme Project 2025 agenda on our communities and send us to the past. And that's what Trump wants to do. Trump wants to drag us back into the past. But just listen. We have a champion here with us tonight. And she is going to lead our country into the future. Now, it's my honor to introduce the next President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Back in Georgia. Thank you, everyone. Can we please hear it for Tyler? I want to thank Tyler for that incredible introduction. I invited him and several other young entrepreneurs to come and visit with me at the White House. And we had a really very long and important conversation about the future of America. And Tyler, you represent the best of our future. get ahead. And yes, it is true that by many indicators, our economy is the strongest in the world. But while inflation is down and wages are up, prices are still too high. You know it and I know it. And when we win this election, here's what we're going to do about it. On day one, I will take on price gouging and bring down costs. We will ban more of those hidden fees and surprise late charges that banks and other companies use to pad their profits. We will take on corporate landlords and cap unfair rent increases. And we will take on Big Pharma to cap prescription drug costs for all Americans. Our plan will lower costs and save many middle-class families thousands of dollars a year. But Donald Trump has a different plan in mind. One that would raise prices on middle-class families. Just look at his Project 2025 agenda. I take it you've seen it. Project 2025 is a plan to weaken the middle class. Be clear. And Donald Trump intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to gut our investments in clean energy jobs. He intends to end the Affordable Care Act, to take us back to a time when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. You guys remember what that was? Children with asthma, breast cancer survivors, grandparents with diabetes. Georgia, America has tried these failed policies before, and we are not going back. We're not going back. And we are not going back because ours is a fight for the future. And it is a fight for freedom. Across our nation, we are witnessing a full-on assault on hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights. The freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to live without fear of bigotry and hate, the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride, the freedom to learn and acknowledge our true and full history. And the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. Ours is a fight for the future and for freedom. And I don't have to tell folks in Atlanta that generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now, the baton is in our hands. Each and every one of us. And we love our country. We love our country. And I believe it is the highest form of patriotism to fight for the ideals of our country. And so, we who believe in the sacred freedom freedom to vote will finally pass the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. We who believe in the freedom to live safe from gun violence will finally pass universal background checks, red flag laws, and an assault weapons ban. We who believe in reproductive freedom will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans, and when Congress passes a law to restore reproductive freedoms, as President of the United States, I will sign it into law. So November 5th is in 98 days. In 98 days, and let's level set. Friends, let's level set. We have a fight in front of us. We have a fight in front of us, and we are the underdogs in this race. We are. But you see, this is a people-powered campaign. Ours is a people-powered campaign. In fact, after I announced my candidacy, we saw the best week of grassroots fundraising in presidential campaign history. And if you go to KamalaHarris.com, you can help us build on that success. So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. You may have noticed. So last week, you may have seen, he pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to. So here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird? Well, Donald, I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face. Georgia, in the next 98 days, we have our work cut out for us. And this is not going to be easy. This is hard work, but we like hard work. Hard work is good work. So Georgia, today I ask you, are you ready to get to work? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it?